I hope you have someone close you can talk to, because these doorbell camera videos are so disturbing you will not want to be alone. Welcome to the Scare Zone. In August of 2018, a resident of Montgomery, Texas, contacted the authorities when an unfamiliar woman rang her doorbell at an unusual hour. This incident occurred in a well-regarded neighborhood where such occurrences were exceptionally rare. The footage revealed the woman partially undressed and wearing handcuffs on one hand. The presence of padded handcuffs suggested that she had been restrained for a prolonged period. Initially, locals suspected that she resembled a missing person from the area, but subsequent investigation dispelled this assumption. Later that month, the police were able to identify the woman as 32-year-old Lauren. They confirmed her safety after receiving a distress call at 11 a.m. on August 29th, reporting a man threatening self-harm in the same area. Upon arrival, authorities discovered the lifeless body of the man, identified as 48-year-old Dennis Collins, due to a self-inflicted injury. Additionally, they determined that Dennis's girlfriend was the same woman captured by the doorbell camera. In subsequent interviews, Lauren shared her harrowing experience, narrating how, 4 months after starting a relationship with Dennis, she awoke one night to him kneeling on her chest, attempting to silence her with a gag. She expressed genuine fear for her life that night. During June of 2021, a gripping incident unfolded when a woman shared a compilation of compelling Ring camera videos on the internet. Detailing her mother's recent installation of 2 Ring cameras around their residence, the woman recounted nights filled with incessant motion-detected notifications flooding her phone. As she carefully reviewed the footage, her apprehension grew. A man was stealthily navigating the premises, seemingly well acquainted with the layout of the house. This raised concerns that this wasn't the intruder's first trespass. The man boldly peered into various windows, including hers, prompting an immediate call to the authorities. Regrettably, by the time the police responded, the man had vanished, leaving limited options for further action. In response, the authorities advised the woman to maintain vigilance by keeping blinds, curtains, and windows securely shut. Mindful of the possibility of his return, she constructed a clever trap outside her window, a concealed rope suspended between 2 trees, hoping to expose the intruder with a resounding commotion. Shockingly, fate would test her trap exactly a week later at 2 a.m. when the sound of someone tripping over the rope pierced the quiet night. Swiftly, she reached for her phone, activating the live camera feed. To her horror, the same man stood inches away from her window, peering inside. Overwhelmed by the eerie encounter, she hurried to her mother's room to share the alarming discovery. Together, they confronted the intruder by fiercely banging on the glass, prompting his hasty retreat. Once again, the police were summoned, though. As before, the man had vanished by the time they arrived. Faced with persistent uncertainty, the woman and her mother made the difficult decision to relocate to a new home, forever haunted by the lack of closure. Next up, we have an unexpected visitor that defies convention, a legless wonder, so to speak. This particular household received a smart alert indicating movement on their front porch, compelling them to activate their camera. What unfolded before their eyes would be enough to make even the most daring among us retreat indoors for an entire month. As the camera captures the scene, the unmistakable sinuous scales of an enormous snake come into focus, effortlessly maneuvering its way up or down the side of the residence. Now, ordinarily, I am unbothered by snakes, But when they demonstrate an uncanny intent to breach my dwelling, a sense of unease naturally overcomes me. Picture this scenario. Blissfully unaware, you open your front door, only to have a colossal serpent cascade at your feet, determined to explore the inner sanctums of your humble home. Suffice it to say, a day like that is not what one considers enjoyable, I can assure you. On January 1st, 2022, in Arlington, Texas, an unexpected incident shook the tranquility of a residential neighborhood. At around 2 a.m., a home succumbed to a sudden and powerful explosion, as captured by a nearby doorbell camera. The cause behind this dramatic event was determined to be an improperly shut-off gas appliance. Miraculously, no individuals were present within the premises at the time, resulting in no injuries. Nevertheless, the repercussions were immense. The blast inflicted severe structural damage upon the house and flung debris onto neighboring buildings. Witnesses residing in nearby apartments reported shattered windows as a consequence of the impact. Additionally, parked vehicles fell victim to the force unleashed by the explosion. The authorities were promptly flooded with numerous emergency calls following the incident, swiftly initiating their response. This video was recorded in the vibrant city of Las Vegas, Nevada, during a summer day in July 2021. At the time, a woman was present in her home, yet she claimed no interaction with the man, further intensifying the disturbing nature of his actions and words. With great audacity, this unidentified individual approaches the door, attempting to capture the homeowner's attention through both speech and knocks.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? What? Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain?
However, his efforts seem futile as he eventually surrenders and retreats momentarily. A sudden voice emanates from the doorbell itself, questioning the intruder's identity. Surprisingly, this prompts him to retrace his steps, revealing an unsettling encounter that will be better conveyed by watching the remaining part of the clip.
Who are you? What? Yeah? Are you sure?
Who are you?
Hey, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about baby fuel. Yeah, can you hear me? What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to rape her and kill her. Can you have her open the door? I'm going to rape and kill the girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in. I want to rape her and kill her because I have a knife and a gun. Yeah, and I'm going to knock on her door again.
Suddenly, either frightened by an unknown entity or simply opting to depart, the man strolls off into the distance, repeatedly questioning the situation in a mumbled manner. Fortunately, exhaustive scrutiny of the footage allowed law enforcement to identify the culprit as Christopher Sums, a 40-year-old man. The police deduced that Christopher likely spotted the woman and her son through their open kitchen window during his stroll, prompting him to initiate the unsettling behavior witnessed in the video. It is evident that this individual suffered from mental instability, substance influence, or possibly both, given his repetitive and unnerving demeanor, even in the absence of any response. This case underscores the crucial role of doorbell footage in alerting homeowners to potential risks and assisting law enforcement in apprehending suspects. This video, originally shared on TikTok in September 2022, depicts a peculiar incident captured by a doorbell camera. It was approximately 3 a.m. when an unidentified individual, wearing a masquerade-like mask with a hand-drawn mustache, strolled across the street and headed towards the front porch of a house. Startled by the continuous notifications on his phone, the homeowner finally awoke and was alarmed to see the masked man peering through his windows and attempting to enter his residence. Swiftly donning attire, the homeowner ventured outside to confront the intruder, only to find him mysteriously vanished. Concerned about the potential threat, the homeowner promptly contacted local authorities and filed an incident report. Although the outcome remains unknown, the masked man's true identity may forever remain an enigma. Do you dare to imagine yourself in this spine-tingling situation? Share your reactions with us in the comments below. On April 19, 2017, an intriguing incident unfolded when a man appeared on camera, arriving at the house and ringing the doorbell. His actions suggested an attempt to determine if anyone was home. Interestingly, despite the homeowner's presence, they were oblivious due to wearing headphones, rendering them unaware of the bell. Fast forward to 2:16 p.m., around 10 minutes after the initial doorbell ring. The man returned to the front porch, accompanied by a companion visible on the left side of the screen. Failing to elicit a response after another unsuccessful ring, the man resorted to forcefully kicking the door in an apparent attempt to gain unauthorized access. In the midst of the escalating situation, the homeowner's sudden vocalizations startled the intruders, prompting them to retreat hastily. Although the incident was captured in great detail, the identities of the two individuals remain a mystery, leaving the question of their ultimate identification unresolved. Before we get into number 1, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this video and want to see more like this one. We are in possession of an intense video captured by a doorbell camera, revealing a distressing incident where an individual fell victim to an armed robbery while seated in their parked vehicle. Initially, the video showcases multiple cars along both sides of the street, with only 2 of them illuminated. Notably, the vehicle closest to the camera deserves our attention. After a few moments, an individual approaches the car from behind and swiftly opens the driver's side door, forcibly removing the owner. Subsequently, another assailant joins and begins giving orders while one of them searches the car. Throughout the search, the victim is held captive and directed by the assailant. Fearing for their life, the victim promptly flees in the opposite direction, as instructed under the threat of violence.
Run away! Let's go! Get out!
Both assailants hurriedly enter the previously illuminated vehicle across the street and speed off. The inventory of stolen items remains unknown. Thankfully, the victim emerged physically unharmed from this harrowing experience. It should be abundantly clear that you should always lock your doors and windows, and if you don't anticipate having someone drop by in the middle of the night, before answering the door, always look to see who is there. You never know what might be on the other side, waiting for you.